So we're going straight into process from where we left off yesterday. Yesterday, we talked about a few things. We talked about executing the project with urgency to deliver business value. And our mindset is, I need to get value to my customer, however I can do this, whether I can use somewhere in the middle of the road in hybrid, or whether I'm going to use full-on agile. I know everyone said, oh, agile has to be face-to-face, but now.
Yeah, we kind of learned our lesson with that one, right? We're all trying to do the right thing. And, let's face it, having teams co-located is the most effective. If they're all together in the same room, they are going to be highly effective.
True.
But they're only slightly less so if you're doing them as virtual teams, as long as you have the psychological co-location.
Backlog refinement ceremony, which isn't one of those formal ceremonies, but it's something that you need to do. You do your backlog refinement, and then you get your PSI. You do your retrospective. Of course, you do your sprint review first before you do your retrospective, because the retrospective is the final meeting, the final ceremony that you go through.
Talking with each other. They're good with the visual communication, not just the, spoken words, but they'll talk with each other and open up their cameras and look at each other in the eye, things like that. So you can do that psychological co-location and you will get pretty close to the physical.
When we talk about risk management, you got to remember my illustration of the mouse. There are two sides to every risk. Positive risk, maybe. Negative risk, maybe. Whose perspective? Let's talk about the negative from the perspective of the homeowner.
Yeah, a lot of these things, these risk mitigation techniques are built into the framework. You think about things like, short sprints. Well, that gives you the opportunity for feedback and course correction. The sprint review gives you the feedback to make sure we're doing the right stuff. It's constant validation of the product that you're building and services. Doing daily scrums, that's a constant synchronization point to make sure that we can work together as a team.
The major things you need to know for the exam, I'm going straight there, and I call it the gold zone. You got to understand what is in your risk management plan. There are many intricacies there, as spelled out quite meticulously in Chapter 11 under Plan Risk Management.
There's tons and tons of things that are built into the process to help us mitigate risk. Even the ability to change scope is a risk mitigation technique. The risk of delivering the wrong product or something that your customers don't actually want or use. So all of these are built in risk mitigation techniques. However, there's also more that we want to do. And so we follow a lot of the same techniques that you would do in traditional approaches. You do a risk factor.
How are people at work reacting to the great news of your success?
They're very supportive and encouraging. Everyone's very excited for me, not only my coworkers, but my friends and family as well. So all the hard work has finally paid off, and I'm just so fortunate and blessed that everyone has been so supportive of my journey, because it's been a long one.